Okay, so we have our project here. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to save this, save as, and I'm going to make it Avatar Project Final. This is Art 140. Save to my desktop, save, okay. Next, I need to make sure that this is, let's see, I can delete that. I can choose which one I'm going to work with. So I'm going to go to Window, Artboards. For some reason, I'm going to pick the last one to keep. So I'm going to take and delete these artboards and delete the art off the artboards. And I've got an object that's locked, so I need to unlock all. And I'll delete that. And so I have one piece of art, and this is the final. I kept all the others in the original version, so I didn't lose them in case I changed my mind. I want to make sure that my artwork covers the artboard. I'm going to be just a little picky. View, outline. Go in here. I can lock that object lock. Then I can just grab these right like that. Move those down a little farther. Move that a little farther that way just to make sure. I just want to make sure nothing shows up accidentally. Okay, so artboard size has been checked. My artwork bleeds off of the artboard just fine. Next, I'm going to check to make sure that this file is RGB. If you look up at the tab up here at the end, it says RGB preview. I can also go to File, Document Color Mode, and it says RGB. If it actually said CMYK, I can change it to RGB here. Okay. Next, I want to make sure all these colors are set to global. So I'm going to go to Window, and I'm going to go to Swatches, and I get swatch palette like this. To make this easy, what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete all the swatches that I'm not using. To do that, I go up to the options. I go to select all unused, and it selects every color that I haven't used here. And then I can go to delete swatches one way, or I can just come down here to the trash can and click delete. Delete swatch selection, click yes. Wow. So somewhere I've made a mistake because I've not created swatches for these. So to do this properly, I'm going to have to actually go in. I'm going to click swatch. Notice that I've checked global. I'm going to uncheck global in this case. Then I'm going to click here, click global, click here, click global, click here, click global. And I've also got this, which I'm going to add. Okay. So get the blue. I've got that shows up. That shows up. That shows up. That shows up. So all the swatches are here. I can see that I have global swatches there and there and there. I can also Command Z, go back and click this, and I can probably delete that. Delete that. Delete that. Nothing seems to have changed color. Okay. Now I've got this one swatch that isn't global. So to correct that, I double click on it and I click global, and that becomes a global color also. I think I can click delete. Okay, so now I have white, and then I have a series of global swatches. And so all my colors are now good. And I'm going to save, file, save. Okay, next, we want to export this to several file formats. So first of all, I'm going to file, save as. I'm going to save it as an EPS file and use artboards and click save. I only have one artboard, so that shouldn't be a problem here. Click OK. Background, I can leave it transparent. I've got art here. If I, in fact, didn't have art here and it was a white background, I might want to hit opaque. Preset, let's change that to high resolution. Embed fonts in case they're needed. Okay, should all be okay. I could also include document thumbnails. Might be useful in case somebody wants to look at this file. Click OK. All right, so I now have an EPS. Next, I want a JPEG. And so it's very important that I had checked the size of my artboard before I started, because if my artboard was wrong, then I was going to run into a problem. And then I'm going to go to File, and I'm going to go to Export, Export for Screens. That's checked. I've got this set to JPEG 80. And scale, I need to make it 1. The suffix will be -80. And export artboard. And it's going to export it to the desktop. And it takes me here and I can check on it. And there's my JPEG. Notice that it's going to be fairly pixelated at this preview size. It's actually going to be that big. So it is what it is. Okay, next. Now I finally want to package this file. I'm going to go to File, Package. It's going to put it, I'm going to make sure that it goes to the desktop. Choose, Package, click OK. OK. And now I'm going to go over New Share, Desktop. Well, I could go to Finder. Let's go to Finder, Share. Here's the Finder. Here's the desktop. I've got the package folder here. I've already got an EPS file in there. I can take my AI file and add it in there. Yep. And I've also got the JPEG, and I can add it in there. All of that is in the folder then. I've gotten final report, AI file, EPS file, and JPEG file. This one, double check this. Yeah, that looks like that. Okay, got it. Then finally, I'm going to take this folder, file, compress. It's now, I've got a compressed version, and then I can take this folder, which has everything in it, and I can submit it for the final project.